Hey, I'm Ron Drotos from keyboardimprov.com, and I'm up to the 46th tune in the real book. This is Broadway Blues. By the way, I know it's the 46th because I've numbered each of them in pencil all the way up to 400. And I'm going through them in order, my journey through the real book. Thanks for joining me. And this is Broadway Blues by Ornette Coleman. Ornette Coleman's music has presented a stumbling block to lots of people, including myself for many years, and especially pianists. And it's unilaterally a stumbling block, whether you're a professional or avocational player, or whatever level you're at. You sort of got to figure out, what his concept was somehow, and interviews with him don't always help. Ornette Coleman came up as an alto sax player at the end of the bebop period, or after it in the post-bop period of the 50s. And in hindsight, we can hear now that he's very much steeped in the music of Charlie Parker. It comes directly out of Charlie Parker's playing, but at the time, it wasn't so apparent. And part of it was because what he would do is he'd write a tune, and then even if it had chord changes, once the tune ended, he didn't improvise on the chord changes. It wasn't completely free like we think of avant-garde, at first, for a long time, or even really ever with him. Some of it was, but most of it was, he's very melodic, and these pentatonic fragments of melody, or diatonic, almost folk song-like, But then he can go anywhere with... And he really opened it up to improvisation. The big questions: how do you play an instrument with harmonies without really, playing the traditional harmonies in the way that we're used to, And it's a real study, and I think, in a way, everybody has to sort of figure that out for themselves. And what I did was, this isn't a 12-bar blues, and you really need to listen to his recordings, by the way. Don't just read it here. When it says no chord, I sort of took a cue from some of his recordings. I harmonized this one in sixths. I like that sound. It's very sort of Ornette sounding. And then, at the end, I just kind of, came up with some other notes in the chord. Like he might harmonize for trumpet if Don Cherry or somebody was playing with him, and the sax. And then at the end, I just let my left hand do whatever it wants. Sometimes it comes out great, sometimes it doesn't. Just having fun. So I have a little bit of an arrangement, and then I really don't know where this is going to go. I'm going to play around with some of the motifs, bluesy things. I might stay in tempo, I might stay out of tempo. One thing I like doing on this is the second line when he goes. I like playing around with that pentatonic thing. Just see where it takes me. It's sort of meeting him for me, it's meeting him halfway. Going to Ornette's universe, but also sort of what I want to bring to it, even in a sort of, quote, freer jazz context. So here we go, Broadway Blues. Wish me luck. Wow, I've played that tune off and on for probably about a year now, and it always goes someplace different. Sometimes I just stay right in tempo. I get to the end. Just stay right in tempo. Sometimes I'll just go totally out, like country blues. And then pick it up. Who knows? I got in some interesting stuff there, even some diminished chord stuff or scale things that might be more associated with someone like Herbie Hancock. But why not? Bring what you like to a tune like this, but also kind of see what he's getting at with this. So have fun with Broadway Blues. And there's a couple other Ornette Coleman tunes in the real book we'll get to when we get there. Thanks for joining me. If you're interested in step-by-step instruction, check me out at keyboardimprov.com. I've got about 350 videos at this point, all different styles of music, including lots of jazz, probably about 200 jazz videos at this point, and I'll give you personal guidance every step of the way. I also do Skype lessons. So good luck with your playing, and I'll see you next time with Broadway.